Good morning, students. Last lecture we discussed introduction to Euclid geometry, continuing with the same chapter, Euclid geometry. Today I will take your question number 3. In the question number 3, it is given, note down, in the question number 3, what is given in question number 3 here? Read the statement first, page number 85, question number 3. Consider two postulates given below. Number 1, given any two distinct point A and B, there exists a third point C, which is in between A and B. I am taking here 2 points. When the two distinct points are given, only one line can pass through them. This is the postulates 1. And here it is given any two distinct point A and B, there exists a third point. In between A and B, there exists a third point C. And which is in between A and B, this C point is in between A and B. This is the first you have to define with the figure. And in the second figure, it is given there exist at least 3 points that are not on the same line. These 3 points are not on the same line. When these points are not on the same line, then how I will draw the figure? I take C point outside the AB, outside the line AB. Now, what does it mean? Do these postulates contain any undefined terms? Yes, it contains many undefined terms. Because are these postulates consistent? Yes, it consistent also, because there is too much change. Because your postulates 1 says that between two distinct points, only one line can pass through two distinct points. This is your postulates 1. So do they follow the Euclid postulates? Yes, they does not follow the Euclid postulates. ये Euclid postulates follow नहीं कर रहे हैं. इसको explain करना है आपको. How does it explain? तो यहाँ पर you will write down the answer now of this question. The answer is these postulates do not follow the Euclid postulates, because there is two condition is given here in this question. Because in this question there are two conditions. One condition is there are two distinct point and one point lies in between them. And in the second position it is given that the 3 points are not on the same line. So these postulates do not follow the Euclid postulates. However, then they follow? However, they follow the Euclid axioms. What axioms they are follow? They are follow the Euclid axioms. Euclid postulate 1 axioms जो है Euclid postulates first axioms are followed. First axioms state that जो first postulates की axioms दे रखी है in your book, ये state करती है कि between two distinct point, this is the axioms. Between two distinct point, one line one line pass through them. One line pass through them. Or there are many undefined terms are here, which you have to define. There are many undefined terms are here, because these postulates do not follow the axioms. ये जो postulates है, this is not following the Euclid postulates, do not follow, they follow the axioms. Which axioms they will follow? They will axiom the postulates. One axioms they will follow. It states that through between two distinct points, there is a unique line. There is a unique line that pass through them. ये postulates क्या state कर रही है कि when the 2 points are given, only one unique line can pass through them. Only unique line can pass through them. Okay, you note down these points in your notebook. You see in your page number 82, and when the postulates 1 is given in the book, you see that axioms 5.1. You read this axioms regarding the postulates 1. Postulates 1 says that given two distinct points, there is a unique line that passes through them. This postulates page number 86 that follow the in this question. When the 2 points are given, only a unique line can pass through them. Okay, so now I am taking your fourth question. Fourth question is here. See the fourth question. In the fourth question, it is given if a point C between 2 points A and B, there is a line AB and C points is between AB. Okay. Now such that ये point C जो है ये इस तरह से लाई कर रहा है कि AC जो है वो BC के equal है. This is given in the question. AC is equal to BC. Then prove that. What we have to prove in this question? We have to prove AC equal to half BC. This thing we have to prove in this question. Now what we have given in the question? We have given a line AB and C point lie in between them. ठीक है? C point lies between A B line segment. एक line segment AB जो दे रखा था, in between C point is lie. ठीक है? It means अगर ये बीच में lie कर रहा है, it means AC equal to BC, and this is given in the question also. Or your first axiom, second axiom is when we are adding equal to the when we are adding equal things to the equal, the things are equal. तो इनमें दोनों side हम क्या करेंगे? Add both side AC on. Add both side AC. AC को both side add कर दो. AC plus AC. Because AC is equal to BC. AC BC के equal है. When equal are added to the equals, the whole are equal. This is your second axiom. So I add BC, in BC also AC. I add equal portion in both the side, left hand side and right hand side. Now from the left hand side you will get AC plus AC. That is equal to 2AC. and when you add BC plus AC, it is equal to AB. So when you transpose 2 on the right hand side, it is equal to AC equal to half AB. ये जो है AC equal to half AB, this we have to prove here. AC equal to half AB. Again, I am explain this question. You have given in this question AC equal to BC. And your second axiom says then when equal are added to the equals, the whole are equal. With the example, I also explain this. When 5 is equal to 5 and when I add equal portion on the left hand side and right hand side, then this portion is also equal. When we are adding equal portion to the equal things, then the whole are equal. We have given in this question AC BC के equal है. When the equal we will add, because we need AC equal to half BC. So we add both side AC. AC plus AC become 2AC. 2AC equal to, when we add BC plus AC, it is equal to AB. And when we transpose 2 on the right hand side, then AC equal to half AB. Okay. Now I explain this by drawing the figure, and you also draw the figure in your book. Now your question number 5 is, question number 5. See in your book, in question number 4, which we have solved, अभी आपने solve किया था question number 4. In that question, it is given point C is called the midpoint. There is a line segment AB. There is a line segment AB, and C is called the midpoint. C is called the midpoint. This is the midpoint. Prove that every line segment has only one and only one midpoint. We have to prove in this question कि एक लाइन सेगमेंट में सिर्फ एक ही मिड पॉइंट होता है. तो इसको हम क्या करेंगे कि हम लेट कर लेते हैं कि एक मिड पॉइंट नहीं होता. We will take another midpoint. I draw another midpoint C prime. ठीक है. I draw another midpoint. I can give another name. I let it E is the midpoint of AB also. मैंने इसे let कर लिया. And C is the midpoint of AB is given. C is the midpoint of AB. ये हमें given है. तो if C is the midpoint of AB, अभी हमने last question में क्या प्रूव किया था कि अगर C midpoint है AB का, then AC equal to BC. अगर AC BC के equal है तो we can write like this, AC equal to half AB. This is number 1. Okay. और हमने let कर लिया है, let E is also the midpoint of, we have taken the another midpoint. E is also the midpoint of AB. If E is the midpoint of AB, तो क्या हो जाएगा? अगर ये midpoint है तो it means A is also equal to EB. इसका मतलब क्या हो गया कि आपका AE जो है वो भी AB के बराबर है as per your assumption. It means जो AE है वो भी किसके इक्वल है? It is also equal to the half AB. तो from 1 and 2 we get, from 1 and 2, when we compare the two things, because the right hand side is given equal, half AB and half AB. When we are comparing equation 1 with the equation 2, you see their right hand side is equal, half AB equal to half AB. If the right hand side is equal, then right hand side is also equal, AC equal to AE. Is it possible? Is it possible कि AC जो है वो AE के इक्वल हो? ये तो देखने से भी आपको पता चल रहा है तो क्या AC पार्ट जो है वो AE के इक्वल होगा? नो, इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल। ये कब पॉसिबल होगा? When C and E point coincide each other, मतलब कि C और E point एक ही होगा तभी पॉसिबल हो पाएगा। Then so it is not possible. It is not possible. Our assumption is wrong. It is not possible. It is possible only. It is possible only when C and point C and E coincide each other. Means ये दोनों पॉइंट जो हैं वो एक ही होने चाहिए। ओके, दिस इज पॉसिबल ओनली। देन AC इक्वल टू AE। कोई भी चीज अगर हमने AC को AE के इक्वल करना है तो ये जो पॉइंट E है वो सेम पॉइंट E पर C पॉइंट और E पॉइंट दोनों एक ही होने चाहिए तभी पॉसिबल हो पाएगा। सो आवर एजम्पशन इज रॉन्ग। हमारी एजम्पशन रॉन्ग है। Only in the line segment, only one mid, there is only lies between the one midpoint. एक लाइन सेगमेंट में एक से ज्यादा मिड पॉइंट नहीं हो सकते। Our assumption is wrong. Only one midpoint. There is only, I'm writing here, only one and one midpoint lies between the only one and only one midpoint lies between the line segment. Now note down this question. I will repeat this question again. But only we have given in the question C is the midpoint of AB. So if C is the midpoint of AB is given, then it means AC portion. Your AC portion, this portion. Your AC portion is ये वाला portion जो है, AC is half AB. It is equal to the half because AC is equal to the BC. So AC is equal to the half AB. And if I assume that E is the midpoint of AB, then it means AE is also equal to the half AB. So by comparing these two equations, 1 and 2, when the right side is equal, half AB equal to half AB, it means AC is also equal to the AE. हमारी अगर right hand side equal है, then our left hand side C equal to A. So it is possible only when C and E coincide each other. So our assumption is wrong. Only one and only one midpoint lies between the line segment AB. Okay. Now your next question number 6 is, see the next question. In the figure it is given that AC equal to BC. AC equal to BD. You have given in the question AC. Here the 2 points are given. AC equal to BD is given. In this figure, we have given AC equal to BD. यहां से लेकर यहां तक जो पोर्शन है AC, that is equal to BD. It is equal to this portion. Okay. And what you have to prove in this question, you have to prove AB equal to CD. You have to prove this. AB equal to CD. You have to prove. Then how you will prove AB equal to CD? First you see your AC is formed by, AC किससे मिलकर बना है? It is formed by AB plus BC. So you will write AC equal to AB plus BC. इसे इक्वेशन नंबर 1 दे दो. Okay. And your BD is formed. BD किससे मिलकर बना है? BC plus CD से मिलकर बना है. So when you compare these two equations, because AC is equal to BD is here. अगर हमारी लेफ्ट हैंड साइड AC BD के बराबर है, यहाँ पर हमें गिवन है कि AC जो है वो BD के बराबर है. This is given. In this question you have given AC equal to BD. और AC किससे मिलकर बना है? It is made by AB plus BC. और BD किससे मिलकर बना है? It is made by BC plus CD. So from equation 1 and 2, when we compare these two equations, because your left hand side is equal, because AC is equal to BD, so your right hand side AB plus BC equal to BC plus CD also. यहाँ पर लिखो from 1 and 2 we get 1 और 2 से क्या मिला हमें? If the left hand side is equal, then right hand side is also equal. And here BC and BC is given. So when we subtract BC from both the side, equal things when we subtract, the remainders are also equal. This is the axiom third. When equal are subtracted from equal, equals are subtracted from equal, the remainders are equal. The remainders are equal. This is your axiom third. So when I subtract from both the side, when I subtract from both the side BC, then BC is cancelled with BC. So we get AB equal to CD. We have to prove in this question AB equal to CD. So how we will prove AB equal to CD? इस तरह से हम प्रूव करेंगे. I will again explain it. You have given in the question, आपको क्वेश्चन में क्या चीज दे रखा है? You have given AC equal to BD. AC जो है that is equal to BD. This is given in the question कि AC जो है वो BD के बराबर है. And how the AC is formed? AC किससे मिलकर बना है? It is formed by AB plus BC से मिलकर बना है. It is formed by AB plus BC. And how the BD is formed? It is made by BC plus CD because BC is common between them. इन दोनों में AC और BD में BC is the common. When I subtract BC from the both side, अगर मैंने इसे कंपेयर किया because AC BD के बराबर है. If our left hand side is equal, then right hand side is also equal. So AB plus BC equal to BC plus CD. And when I subtract equal from both the side, I get here AB equal to CD. Okay. Now this question is also over. I hope your आपके doubts जो हैं वो clear हो रहे हैं. Now your seventh question is the last question of this exercise. Why is axioms 5? What is the axioms 5 state? पहले तो आपको ये पता होना चाहिए कि what is the axioms 5? The axioms 5 state that whole is greater than the part. So why is axioms 5 is the list of Euclid axioms considered a universal truth note the question is not about the fifth postulates. This is the axioms 5, and you have to complete this question by giving one example. I am taking a line segment. I am taking a line segment to prove this. For example, I am taking a line segment AB. Its measure is 8 centimeter. And now from 8 centimeter, I cut a line AP that is 3 centimeter. So if I cut a line AP, अगर मैंने इस 8 सेंटीमीटर में से AP लाइन कट कर ली 3 सेंटीमीटर, तो आप ये कह सकते हो कि AP जो है इट इज ए पार्ट ऑफ AB, क्योंकि ये जो AP है जो मैंने कट किया पोर्शन, दैट इज द पार्ट ऑफ द होल, and your whole part is AB. AB is greater, AB is the 8 centimeter, and the part you have cut, that is 3 centimeter. So I'm taking another example. Just for example, in our India, there are so many states, and India is the combination of all state, union, territory, और उसमें सारे include हैं. इंडिया जो है वो क्या है, वो पूरा होल है. और अगर मैं उसका एक स्टेट की, जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल आई टॉक अबाउट द हरियाणा, सो हरियाणा इज द पार्ट ऑफ द इंडिया, ठीक है ना. तो वो एक पार्ट हो गया, और होल क्या हो गया, वो इंडिया. तो आपका इंडिया जो है पूरा भारत है, वो क्या हो गया, वो तो ग्रेट हो गया ना हरियाणा से. हरियाणा इज द पार्ट ऑफ इंडिया. सिमिलरली दिस इज द यूनिवर्सल ट्रूथ. सो एक्सियम्स 5 क्या स्टेट करती है, एक्सियम्स 5 स्टेट दैट होल इज ऑलवेज ग्रेटर देन द पार्ट. So in the geometry portion, I explain it and taking one examples also. So question number 7, what does it state? That whole is axioms 5. 5 state whole is greater than the part. Than the part. How you will explain this question? By giving the example. I take a line segment AB. Take a line segment AB. Its measure is 8 centimeter. And I cut a portion AP that is equal to 3 centimeter. So if I cut the portion AP equal to 3 centimeter, so you can say AP is the part of line segment AB. Line segment AB. So AB is the whole thing. So you can say that always it is a universal truth. It is a universal truth that always whole is greater than the part. Greater than the part. Now you will note this question, and I will take now some extra questions. You will please note down these questions also in your notebook. Now I am taking some additional questions of this exercise. Okay. Yes, student, note down this question. First, you draw the figure in your notebook. In this question, you have given a triangle BAC. And see in this question what you have given. Here 2 points are given, X and Y. Okay. And in this question, you have given bx equal to half ab. This is the first additional question. Note down, bx equal to half ab and by is also equal to half ac. This is given in the question, and also given, you have given ab equal to ac. These all the things are given in the question. Okay, what you have to prove in this question, you have to show that आपके इस टाइप के क्वेश्चन आएंगे तो हाउ यू विल सॉल्व दिस क्वेश्चन bx इक्वल टू by. You have given in the question bx equal to bx equal to half ab, and you have given by equal to half bc, half bc, and you have to prove then ab equal to bc. In this question you have given ab equal to bc, you have given, when the two sides are equal, then you have to prove bx equal to by. You have to prove कि ये पोर्शन जो है वो भी इस पोर्शन के बराबर है. और आपकी लास्ट एक्सियम्स क्या बोलती है? आपकी लास्ट एक्सियम स्टेट दैट थिंग्स विच आर हाफ ऑफ द सेम थिंग आर इक्वल टू वन अनदर. दिस इज योर लास्ट एक्सियम्स. सो अगर bx आपका ab का हाफ है और by जो है वो भी bc का हाफ है और ab अगर bc के इक्वल है, देन यू कैन से दैट, आपको प्रूव करना था कि अगर हाफ ab और हाफ bc, अगर हाफ थिंग्स विच आर हाफ ऑफ द सेम थिंग आर इक्वल टू वन अनदर. जो चीजें अगर ab bc के बराबर है तो उनका हाफ, अगर मैं AB का हाफ करती हूँ एंड इफ आई डू द हाफ ऑफ द BC, तो इट मींस कौन सी एक्सियम्स यहाँ पर लिखनी पड़ेगी? थिंग्स विच आर हाफ ऑफ द सेम थिंग आर इक्वल टू वन अनदर. तो यहाँ पर आप एक्सियम्स लिखेंगे थिंग्स विच आर हाफ ऑफ द सेम थिंग आर इक्वल टू one another. Okay, when bx equal to half ab and by equal to half bc, अगर आपका bx half ab है और by is also equal to half bc and ab bc के equal है, this is given in the question, then half is also equal. Things which are half of the same thing are equal to one another. When we comparing these two equations, then it means अगर पूरा whole equal है तो उसका half भी अगर आपस में equal है, then the things are equal to the one another. So bx equal to by also. In these question you have to show the axioms here, which axioms is used in the question. Okay, so I hope this question is also clear to you. Or if you have any doubt now, any question regarding any question, then you can ask. Or other